Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review as always. Overall guys, I can't lie, I really did like this episode and I think I love it even more because Bilikis is in the building and she's Nigerian and she's pink and she has personality and she's confident. But we're gonna get into it in today's review. So as I usually always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. You guys know we love a cheeky chinwag here, but we also love having you around, so definitely be sure to join the family if you haven't already. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also my Twitter at @SoDestinyX. And number three, please get cozy and comfy with a fan and also some water because it is still scorching hot in the United Kingdoms and I want you to stay hydrated as we get through this review because I care about your well-being. Okay, so do all of that and let's get into today's review. So starting off with the aftermath of the heart racing challenge, you guys already know how I feel about this whole Harry and Helena situation. Guys, I'm very much over the storyline. I'm very much over the storyline. I don't know what everyone is seeing in Harry. I don't know what Harry is seeing in Helena. I don't know what Shakira is seeing in Harry. I'm very much over it because he keeps saying one thing. I'm tearing Harry and Helena's singlet, by the way, because for Harry, he keeps saying one thing to Shakira and then doing the complete opposite when she's not around. And to Helena as well, I don't know how many times this guy needs to tell you that he doesn't like you for you to understand the memo and get the message. You guys keep forcing yourself onto each other. You guys keep flirting, and in the second the news comes out, everyone wants to be acting like, oh, I don't know why, oh, it wasn't intentional, oh, it's just this, oh, it's just that. I'm over the storyline, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you're over it as well. Let's wrap it up by tomorrow, 9 PM sharp. Okay, thank you. Now, moving on to Alima and Ben. I need to put my phone down for this one. Guys, I said jump scare. Jump scare. Alima and Ben. Guys, who, what, when, how, when did this happen? And my hope is that she knows Casa Amor is coming and she needs to establish something with someone to ensure that she crosses over to Casa Amor. Because Alima and Ben, guys, I don't think you're, I literally, me and my cousins were talking in the group chat and they were like, guys, I said, no, guys, what are my eyes seeing in 4K this very present moment? Let's wrap that up immediately. Alima, I believe you're a smart babe and that's why you done what you done. But please, let's not let that extend any further than tonight's episode, I beg. Okay? Because what was that? Outside of a challenge, willingly. You know, sometimes when you're hot, you just do things. That's my belief. She's hot in that villa. She's just doing things for the plot. She's just doing things for the plot because it's not making any sense. It really is not making any sense. Cool. Let us move on to the guys obviously talking about the whispers between Harry and Helena. No surprise there. I knew this was going to get out anyway. But they were, of course, Tommy, Connor, Giorgio Armani and Benicia were talking together. But it was Tommy, Connor and Giorgio Armani that were pretty much, these nicknames that I have anyway, that were pretty much saying, it was quite disrespectful what he did, but we know the secret comes out later on anyway, so we're going to get into that when it comes. Moving on quickly to Harry and Helena talking to Dejon and Meg about the whisper. Once again, another reason why the whole situation is very annoying, because I feel like Harry purposely tries to act quite obtuse. You can see Shakira sitting by herself because you've had a conversation with her, and now you're talking with Helena, Dejon and Meg, and you're like, oh, is Shakira mad? Oh, Shakira's moving funny with me. You are a 30-year-old man. Respectfully, grow up. And I'm so sorry guys if that sounds really harsh. I just kind of feel like the guys this season, and I said this in yesterday's review as well, are very slow, very nonchalant, very irresponsible. They don't give me the vibes that they use their brain to think, and I find that quite embarrassing and very annoying as well. So I'm sorry if I sound really like irritated, but it's because I find the storyline very boring. Helena, if you want to be with Harry, and Harry if you want to be with Helena, you guys should just couple up together and we will send you both home. But stop this whole triangle situation because we're over it. We're very much over the triangular situation that they keep feeding us every single night. It's okay, like, we don't want it. It's not tea. It's not tea. Okay, it's really not tea. Now let's move on to nighttime. Of course, Connor ended up telling Alima what Harry said, and number one, whispering to someone in a room where everyone else is, that is still very much awake, okay, everyone was still very much awake, is definitely a choice. Yeah, let's start there. But number two, Alima was like, oh, I said, babe, act composed. Okay, I know the tea is hot, but please. Now let's move on to the next day. Of course, the boys were talking to Tommy And they found out basically that Tommy ended up telling Connor, and Connor obviously ended up telling Alima, which meant it was only a matter of time before things were going to escalate and Shakira was going to completely lash out. Now, at the same time, the girls were talking on the terrace, and Alima ended up spilling the tea about Helena's comments to Harry, but also Tony ended up spilling the tea back about Harry's comment back to Helena. So I'm very glad that Tony also said, oh yeah, and also he said the same thing back to her as well. Now, Shakira and I ended up pulling Harry for a chat, and I loved, she just said, let's go. There's no good morning, no rise and shine, no grind and no, let's go. Let's have a chat. Then I'm sitting down having a conversation, and Harry's just like, oh, like, yeah, obviously, like, she did tell me this, and obviously, like, I said the same, but, like, I just want you to know that my head is still very much with you. Oh, gosh. You've been running from common sense all your life. You've actually been running from it, not towards it all. Okay, you've been running from common sense, because Harry, be so serious right now. And he was like, oh, obviously, I feel like I could have told you earlier, but I didn't. Guys, I have very low tolerance for men who act slow, because as a man, you need to be quick on your feet, okay? Quick on your feet and quick in the brain and quick with your thoughts. And you're giving the complete opposite. Harry, I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to actually say at all. Of course, Shakira made it very clear to Kim that she is completely done. What was really weird about that whole interaction as well is the second Shakira had finished speaking to Harry, Helena was like, Shakira, do you want to get engaged? Is this the time? And Shakira said, Shakira was like, Helena, honestly, not right now. And I love that, because, yeah, what do you mean? Mind you, by the way, guys, Helena was also wearing Shakira's bikini. Oh, that girl does not actually have shame. You guys think I'm joking. She's weird, and I've been telling you guys that she's weird. I've been saying this. If you watch my first review covering all of this, I've been letting you guys know that Helena babe gives me very interesting vibes, and every single episode she proves my theory right. Every single episode. Let's move on quickly. Harry now ended up going to speak to George Armani, and he was like, oh, like, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should leave it? Do you think I should just move on? Why is that even the first thought that comes to your mouth? Like, oh my gosh, guys, I don't think you guys understand. There are so many men who act like this, and it is so boring. And they wonder why there are so many beautiful females out there, because females don't want to deal with this from a man. If you're 30 and this is how you're acting, wow, I'm so shy. I'm very nervous, actually. I'm very nervous, because you're like, what should you're sitting down asking for advice, and even the first advice that you're giving yourself is, what, should I just leave it? Should I just let it go? Do you want to be with her or do you not? Why are we still going through circles of this? Shakira is definitely a babe who stands on business. We have already acknowledged this in our reviews anyway. She stands on business, and I love the fact that she speaks as she feels, and she's very blunt with it. So we're going to see how that situation continues to play out. Now, while Shakira and Tony were talking about the situation, and she was just saying, you know, she's weird, I'm over it, I'm done, they ended up getting a text that Ryan was outside waiting for them. And at the same time, Dejon also ended up getting a text that Connor and him... Wait, what have I said? Dejon got a text that Connor and... Oh, yeah, sorry. Dejon, sorry, guys, my notes. Dejon ended up getting a text that Connor and himself were going to be going on a date with Bilikis, and that she is waiting for them outside. Now, I know you picked up on this, and you guys obviously know that I picked up on this as well, because when do things pass me? It's very rare. Anyway, the way Meg said... effing Bilikis, I don't know, it just wasn't giving what it needed to give for me, okay? And I'm saying what I'm saying about saying what I'm saying. If you know me well, you know exactly what I'm thinking in my brain, and you guys know me very well anyway, but didn't really sit right with me. And my thing as well is, like, once again, it's the same... We get the same energy from Meg whenever another girl is introduced into the villa that Dejon may potentially like, or that likes Dejon. We saw it with Melisha, we've seen it with other people as well. And it makes me wonder, like, at the end of the day, you guys are very much living in a bubble. In the outside world, I don't know if she'll be able to cope. That's the reality. I don't think she'll be able to cope in the outside world. Now, let's start off with Billykiss. Billykiss. Billy. Also, speaking of Billykiss, but there were some people who were making fun of her. Making fun. Wow, Sarah, what's going on? There were some people who were making fun of her name online. Maybe because I actually know a Billykiss already, and it is quite a common name. Well, not common, but if you're Nigerian, it's very likely that you know of a Billykiss or you've heard of a Billykiss. I just thought it was just that. Do you know what I mean? But there were some people who were making fun of her name, which I found quite interesting, because, yeah, like, her name is Billykiss. That's normal. But maybe it's only normal to me because I'm Nigerian. Who knows? Anyway, Billykiss is 28. She's from Ireland, and she is a Naija babe. Wow, guys. Do you know what Billykiss told me before she entered the villa? She actually texted me, guys, honestly. She sent me a text. She told me that I need to go to the gym. Yeah. She told me that I need to go to the gym because those abs, guys, the body, the smile, the makeup, the hair, the swimsuit, guys, One thing about me, I'm always going to stand a Nigerian babe. You guys know this already, though. You know this. You know this. You know this. What did I say on that I Said What I Said podcast? One thing about Nigerian women, we achieve. And that is true. We actually achieve. But wow, absolutely stunning. Of course, Ryan is 27 and he's from Sheffield and he works at a post office. I don't really have much thoughts for Ryan. Nice shirt. Loved the shirt, okay? It was a good colour. Now, moving on to the date. So firstly, Connor and Billykiss had their first date. Guys, I won't lie, I was definitely getting a vibe. I'm not going to hold you. I was definitely getting a vibe. I feel like Billykiss was making Connor a bit nervous, if I'm going to be honest with you. But obviously, they're both from Ireland. She does live in Dublin and he does live in Limerick. And even whilst they were having their date, Dejon was saying that she looks like a very beautiful girl. Connor did say that when she was like, you know, am I your type? And Connor was like, yeah, like, you're my type. Like, you know, I like, you know, dark features is my type. You're talking to a black girl. You're talking about dark features. Connor, you need to explain what dark features means. Because what you're like, yeah, like dark features, dark eyes, dark hair. You are talking to a black girl. Connor. Okay. Obviously, back at the villa, Harry was now putting two and two together. I forgot who he was speaking to, but he was just like, oh, like, maybe I just need to give it some space. Yeah, maybe it did come across a bit disrespectful. Maybe I should have told her, yes, babe, 2 + 2 = 4, and it's only now you've made that equation in your head. But then what made it even weirder, and this is what I mean by, like, I hate guys that act strange like this, because right after putting 2 and 2 together, you went back to putting 2 and 2 = 1, because you now ended up having another conversation with Helena where you guys were flirting as well. So it's, guys, do you know what I mean? I'm over the story. I don't know if it's just me. Guys, let me know. Maybe it's just me. I'm over the storyline with Harry and Helena. Either couple up or let it go. We are bored and we are tired of seeing the same conversations every single day. It's every episode they get screen time. I'm over the whole storyline. Now, back at the... Oh, no, quickly as well. Harrison ended up speaking to Helena on the terrace, and he said that, you know, every time I see you, I feel like I want to kiss you. And I get that feeling with Tony. I don't know why he's always mentioning Tony, but anyway, I'm going to tell you singlet later on as well. But they ended up sharing a kiss. God forbid, as a 29-year-old, you're having a kiss with a 22-year-old. A 22-year-old is making you blush at 29. Yeah, cool. Moving on, back to the date. Ryan and Shakira, he said that she is his type, sorry. And she was like, oh yeah, I just had a breakup this morning. I feel like Shakira was just being really nice. I don't think she is physically attracted to Ryan. And I also got the same vibe from Tony as well. Good chat, and it was quite nice. They were being very respectful, but I don't think any of them are attracted to Ryan. Now, moving on briefly to Dejon and Billykiss. They ended up cheersing to new beginnings. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, they look great together. They actually look great together. But my thing is with Dejon, I don't feel like any date that he has with anyone should say anything, because he can do the absolute most and then go back to my Meg. So I won't be surprised if he ends up doing that anyway. But they did end up, of course, having more conversations, speaking about tattoos. They do have a lot in common. I feel like she was also making him quite nervous. But honestly, I feel like it actually was quite a good date. He did say that she is very beautiful and he is attracted to beautiful women. But Bilikis she's a babe. Like, she honestly is an absolute babe. But once again, like I said, he can do all of that and literally still decide to go back to he's Meg. So I'm really not getting my hopes up over that situation, like, at all. At the same time, Meg was speaking to the girlies in the villa, saying that she reckons that this Billykiss girl is going to be the fittest of them all. And well, you did not lie. Next, of course, Billykiss and Ryan entered the villa and were introduced to the girls and the guys in the villa as well. What was so weird was before this interaction, Harrison ended up hugging Tony, and she was just like, did you miss me? And he was like, yeah, I did. Is he going to tell Tony that he had a kiss with Helena on the terrace? Maybe we'll find out tomorrow, but who knows, okay? Who actually knows? Alima was the first person to hug Billykiss, and I love that because she was giving sister. It was giving sister me. I got another sissy in the chat, honey. And I love that because sisterhood is very important, especially when you are two black babes on a predominantly white show. We're just going to say it as it is. It's not really rocket science, and I don't think that's rude. I feel like we've all kind of clocked onto that anyway. But yeah, she ended up saying that both dates went really well and that Dejon was really respectful. Meg was also doing eyes, and then she was just like, oh, Meg, I feel like you're looking at me. And Meg was like, no, honestly, like, babe, like, it's okay. You know it's not okay. Meg is literally fuming inside. Her fiery side is about to come out. Of course, Dejon was also speaking to the guys, and he was saying that... you know, she's really pretty. The chat was really good. Like, literally just staring at her. She is absolutely beautiful, so I really don't blame him. But once again, I just don't know if I feel like, is Dejon really going to fold? I would love for him to, just for the plot, you know, just for the plot twist, just for the storyline. But at the same time, it's like, once again, Dejon can do all of this and still go back to he's Meg. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, because he did say that she is very confident and that she is a very beautiful girl. We didn't get a preview for tomorrow's episode, so I guess tomorrow we're just going to find out. But honestly, overall, I think seeing Billykiss on my screen tonight made me happy, because she's a beautiful babe. She's Nigerian. She's confident. She's stunning. And yeah, she's told me to get my ass in the gym. Okay? But yeah, guys, that is my thoughts on tonight's episode. As always, let me know down below how you also found tonight's episode as well. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. We love having you here. T. Also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to wish you guys a beautiful and a blessed start into the second half of the year. Please take care, have a lovely evening, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.